Hey brothers and sisters from other mothers, it's Paul here again, and our protector Direwong is still up above. So I just want to do one more video because a lot of people I'm sure are already down this path and agree. And what I'd like to talk about is technology. Okay, let's use this as an example. These things have become our portable brains. But the more we use this, the less we actually use this. So, I see technology like money. So, money is neither good nor bad, it just is. What you do with it and what you'll do to get it, that then becomes the defining part of it. It is not the action that is good or bad, it is the motivation behind that drives it, that defines it. Same with money. It's what you do, what you're prepared to do to get it, and what you'll do to others that defines it as good or bad. So again, these things are neither good nor bad. However, what I see since I was young, when mobile phones first started coming around, because I'm in my 50s now, and I can remember at my 21st, which we measure that in decades these days, decades ago, none of us were going to get mobile phones because only yuppies had them. If you looked that word up, that was a word back in the day. Now, I got one. Everyone's basically got one, and we give them to kids of a very young age. You want to look up how the television affects your mind with the flicker rate, and how it causes a form of hypnosis, because these things have that too. Also, I have heard somewhere, and I haven't looked into it so I can't confirm nor deny, these things basically have a frequency that can interact with us. So when they're within our frequency field, which for a good healthy frequency field is 6 feet or 1.5 metres, interesting that. While this is in your field, is it possible that the electrical field of this device can interact with the electrical field of this device? Because what you're wearing is technology in itself, and it could be amongst the best technology known for a long time. Depends on which rabbit hole you've been down though, I suppose. But like what I'd like to say here is, like, people need this now every time to think. Like, let's say you go down the street, you'll take it with you whether you need it or not. Now be honest, how many serious phone calls that you need to answer in the next 10 minutes do you get? Now if you've got a loved one that is sick and in hospital, for example, I get it, you take it. I would too. But if you don't, why are you taking it? Like, people are now to the stage where they're down the street and they're wondering if they're hungry, what to have. And they'll go onto this to find something with a good review. Now, if you believe the reviews on this, even the bad ones, because let's face it, it could be just someone who had their nose out of joint. We all have bad days at work, including chefs. Doesn't mean it's a bad place. But somebody may have had a less than good experience and cracked the shits and written the world's worst review. What I'm suggesting here is we put this down, follow your intuition. Remember, it's the rise of the divine feminine, which is all about intuition, creativity, etc. So if you wanted to find something to eat, let's say it was lunchtime, and your intuition says go downhill, go uphill, follow it until you find what you're looking for, until something resonates, something calls out to you and says go in here. Yeah, sometimes you might get it wrong. Sometimes hopefully you'll get more and more right, more and more often. As above, so below. That little example right there is also how we should be doing life. Minimise this, maximise this. Because the universe is showing us signposts, but if we've got our noses in this scrying mirror and not participating in the outer world, we are dumbing down our own intuition because we're not listening to it, and therefore we just don't hear it anymore. It is time to put technology where it belongs, and that is in the toolbox. And like any tradesman, knowing which tool to use and when is a very important thing, but also the most important thing is when to put it down and not touch it and use the right tool, or even knock off for the day. So I hope this resonates with you, because this is actually, I personally think, very, very important right now. There's so many people lost in technology. Lost in technology. And some technology is good. Like at the moment, there's a lot of open source AI tools that are coming out, which in theory could free up a lot of time for the people, because let's face it, everyone's crying time poor these days. Well, AI in many respects could free up a lot of time. What are you going to do with that extra time? Are you going to go play video games? Are you going to sit on Facebook? Because as far as I'm concerned, there's nothing wrong with a bit of Facebook, there's nothing wrong with some video games. But when you're spending excessive time, that's a fair chunk of your life wasted. And what we've got to get back to is old style community, old style neighbourhoods, kids out in the bloody street playing cricket, getting out of the road of cars, if it's not a busy street, getting out of the road of cars when they come down the quiet suburban street. All that sort of thing. Get back to the way things were. And that means participating in life and connecting to nature. We are not separate from nature. Nature is what we are. We are part of nature. We are a part of the whole system of nature here. So it's time to disconnect from tech, see them only as tools to enhance your life when you need to use them, and go connect with reality. Go connect with the world. Go connect with Mother Earth. Go connect with the universe. And that little story of going to look for something for lunch, as above, so below, start to live your life that way. What's the journey? Where's the universe want me to go? What's the adventure life wishes me to participate in? All right, people, I hope that resonated with you and you got some benefit out of it. If not, move on. So, from the Protector Dirrawong and the mouthpiece Paul, I wish you all a good day and ciao for now. Bye-bye.